So welcome the Honorable Chairperson and the distinguished members of the NAAC PR team. This is the Vice Chancellor's presentation. I have a number of slides, but my basic objective would be to apprise the honorable members about the core functioning of the university, because in the subsequent rounds our other functionaries will make their presentations. So I'll just try to establish a background for the other presentations and try to give you a gist of the entire functioning of our university. So once again, and one welcome to all of you. Just giving you a glance of our university. It was established by the Krishnakanto Hendrik State Open University Act 2005 by Government of Assam. And we are functioning with the provisions of the Act, statutes and ordinances. In addition to this, we are also being extensively guided by the UGC's ODL and online regulations. In fact, till 2017, we did not have a kind of comprehensive guidelines for our functioning. It was mostly governed by the Distance Education Council, which was operating from Indira Gandhi National Open University. And there were not very comprehensive, all-inclusive guidelines. We were just operating under those guidelines. But in 2017, UGC came up with a very comprehensive guidelines for the functioning of the ODL institutions. So 2017, for the first time, we came across this comprehensive set of guidelines. 2018, it was amended. It was a new set of guidelines was launched for the online education. And on 4th September 2020, UGC has come up with another set of comprehensive guidelines, and we are currently being guided by that set of comprehensive guidelines. This is most for the functioning of the ODL institutions. So that's why many times we get confused also about the choice-based credit transfer and many other UGC directives. Whether should we be guided by the regulations or should we be guided by the other regulations. So sometimes we seek clarifications from the Distance Education Bureau of UGC, like that we are functioning. So we are functioning under the Act, statutes, ordinances of the state of Assam and the UGCs. We are having 45 research. Because we are an ODL institution, so we are basically a network kind of university. We have to mostly depend upon the study centers. And the study centers are mostly the provincialized colleges, the affiliated colleges of the other universities of Assam. So they are having their own regular faculty members, they are having their own regular teachers. So being an ODL institutions, from the headquarters, our faculty members basically are engaged in design of the course curriculum, preparation of the materials, that too with the involvement of the other resource persons in the other universities. That's how we are functioning, assuming the role of an ODL tutor, ODL counselor. And our university is having 6 schools, social sciences, then humanities, management, and the school directors will make their respective presentations before the honorable members. Unlike some of the other open universities, because IGNOU is the national open universities, and in India we are having 14 state open universities, like say Netaji Subhash Open University or say Jaswanta Rao Saban Open University. They are having a very good network of regional centers. But in our university, we are having only one regional center. Mostly we are functioning from the headquarters. We are facilitating from the headquarters. And that regional center is in Jorhat. That takes care of the districts of Upper Assam. But we are having a network of 300 plus study centers, learner support centers. So with this 300 plus network of study centers, one regional center facilitating the districts of Upper Assam, 6 schools, and we are having more than 95,000 learners. This is for the assessment period. 2015-16 to 2019-20. And if we take the figures of the last 2 years, it will be about 1,20,000. So for 1 lakh, just now we had an interaction with the controller of examination. So we have to take care of the formative assessment, summative assessment, etc. of this more than 1 lakh of students. So this is basically a glance of our university. Now that I will move into the other aspects of our functioning. First of all, this NAAC assessment and accreditation process, the SICA also will give you details if required. We did not have open universities. We were not under the purview of NAAC assessment and accreditation. Just now I mentioned you that in 2017 only we came across with a comprehensive set of guidelines. And that comprehensive set of guidelines mandated that all the open universities will have to have NAAC assessment and accreditation. 2017 it was mandated, but the problem was there was no NAAC manual. So under the leadership of Professor Nageswara of IGNO, then they made a collaborative effort. They persuaded NAAC, and then NAAC constituted a task force in 2018. That task force had a number of meetings, and then in 2019, they decided that we will adopt all the 7 criteria of the regular universities, but we will adapt all those criteria to suit the requirements of ODL institutions. That National Task Force decided that. So accordingly, they tried to prepare the manual, and the open universities were asked to take a lead. Our university, we took the lead of preparing the draft of Criterion 5, Learner Support Services. So then in April 2019,
this, I think that your CQIC that is going to present this.
Yeah, that is they are going to present. So I can skip it.
Honorable Vice Chancellor that concentrates on if my team members accept. What is the vision of the university?
Yes.
And how that the vision is being made possible through all these faculties, the schools and other things.
Okay.
I think that suffice the whole thing, because
Okay.
anyhow that we are going to interact with others.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Others.
Okay.
So Vice Chancellor being a visionary, what is the vision of the university?
Okay, sure, sir.
And how that the mission drivers like registrar, finance officer and study center, these things that are implementing it to make it possible. And I was talking to my friends in the mining that the very offering, submitting that SSR itself is a great thing. This thing.
And for the first time we are doing it. For the first time we are doing
Better
it.
that
Okay,
what
sir.
is the focus of the university.
Sure, sure. Sure.
If you
Okay, sir. So that's how we came across and we are here today. Okay.
Because again that IQAC is going to speak that we have submitted this.
Okay.
We can avoid that.
So the Honorable Chairperson, just after briefing you about our this NAAC journey, now like to brief you about our vision. And in the, as the Chairperson stated that we will have to assume a visionary role for the transformation of the university. And I have got some other plans also to make the honorable members apprised about our mission perspective plan, which have been drawn in tune with the vision. And I'll just take, in fact I thought about making this presentation a bit later. In our university in 2015, this university prepared a vision document. This has been submitted in the SSR also, soft copy. And the way we are functioning, it's basically a reflection of this vision document which was prepared in 2015. And this vision document states that in the spirit of reaching out to the unreached, our basic spirit is to reach out to the unreached. So we are trying to provide higher education and training in various skills using the latest educational inputs and technology. That's what we are trying to do. Basically to emerge as a leading institution in the northeastern India, and then to equip our learners with necessary knowledge and skills, and to enable the learners to complete and excel in their respective areas of interest. So we basically believe in lifelong learning. So because we believe in lifelong learning, so the profile of our learners are also completely different. We have learners of the age of 86 years also.
It is also reflected in any
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
So the motto, basically motto is education beyond barriers. Mukta ya Vidya.
Yeah.
That's what we are believing in. So mission of the university entails imparting innovative and contextually relevant education, providing opportunities for lifelong learning. And in order to have this education beyond barriers, we are targeting women learners. We are targeting differently abled learners, persons who could not complete higher education. We are targeting people hailing from far-flung remote areas. In fact, our SSR, we have submitted all the particulars, disadvantageous conditions, employed, self-employed persons, persons who could not get access to higher education, and working people. These are the people, there is a profile of learners we have been targeting so that we can accomplish our mission. So reaching the unreached, this vision mission, we can look at this from these four aspects. One is access, equity and inclusiveness, excellence, and affordability. In terms of access, we have submitted the particulars that about 60% of our learners are from rural areas, 59.60% to be precise. And as because about 60% of learners are from rural areas, so we have to take care of special examination centers and special examination centers. We have to take care of the multiple languages, mostly Assamese, English, Bengali, and Bodo. Then we have to make the ICT interventions. We make use of community radio, and then we establish the different study centers in all parts of the state. Then the different socially backward categories of learners, we have about 55%, and we are having a sizable, say about 15% of our learners are employed. We are trying to trade our path of excellence because we try to embed the radio, telecast, webcast, ICT in all the programs that we are offering, and we are trying to make our programs affordable to the learners, low cost programs, and we are providing concessions also to the, suppose the jail inmates, women learners, defense personnel, we are providing concessions. Then we are talking about reaching the unreached. This is how our services are spread all throughout Assam. From the border areas, place like say Mankasar to say a place called Jonai, from the lowermost Assam to the uppermost Assam, from the southernmost Assam to the northernmost Assam, and the hilly areas, this North Kasar and Karbi Anglong, these are two hilly areas, they are not having much of the provincialized colleges, so that's why our study centers are getting, it's not that it's a patchy one, but more or less in the riverine areas, tea plantation areas, all our study centers are concentrated, and we are trying to reach the unreached. Relevance of the program vis-a-vis vision and mission, and in fact, as the Honorable Chairperson stated, that the Vice Chancellor's presentation should have the reflection of the vision and mission in the different criteria. So, easy access, that is one. Strong presence on the social media, learners' grievances. Our subsequent presentations by our different functionaries will brief the Honorable members about the learners' charter that we have developed for the benefit of the learners, and then the use of e-Vidya, learning management solutions. We are having the this LMS, and about more than 10,000 plus learners are enrolled in the LMS. And in one of the metrics, we have justified, in fact we have justified with this, that almost more than 80% of the courses on offer have focused on employability, skills, entrepreneurships. Though we are operating through ODL mode, but we are having some courses on spoken English, yoga, then the entrepreneurship, all these documents, and the digital library. We are trying to have a strong presence in the digital library, and through the digital library, we are trying to enrich our learners with different materials, learning materials. For the visually impaired learners, we are having the audio CDs, and all the programs In fact, we have not been able to make much progress with the CPCS because of the, as I have told you, the regulations part were not that very clear. 2017, though you receive because whether from open to open or from the other one. But recently we have made the clarifications that we will be adopting MOOCs, and in fact we have started launching MOOCs also. But all the programs have elective post system. All the programs have the elective post system. Flexible entry, exit and lateral admission. This is a regular feature of our university. Learners Charter 2020, we made an endeavor to declare the Learners Charter. And our subsequent presentations will brief the members about the details of the Learners Charter. It's basically about the rights and responsibilities as well as the duties of the learners. And to this extent, we are trying to be highly concerned about resolving their grievances within the shortest possible time. KKHSOU mobile application, because we have to depend a lot on the ICT. And ICT, as we all are aware about the issues of digital divide, but COVID has taught us some hard lessons. But we have been making use of the mobile application for a number of years. And in fact, our mobile application was given an award of excellence by IGNO, the national platform. And that's what we have been trying to reach out to the learners. Community radio service is a good initiative. You will be shown the Gyan Taranga, in fact, in the first floor. That also that is nowadays it's so to say it's about 8 hours a day.
8 hours.
8 hours a day.
To telecast.
You
have full-fledged to the studio?
Yes.
Yes. And then Accreditation, this is a program during COVID we discontinued, but we are going to revamp it in a new avatar. Accreditation, in fact, I think it will not be that out of the context if I narrate one personal story. We visited a place called Sunpura High School. That will be about 15 kilometers from a place called Hodia. That is the uppermost district headquarters, the sub-divisional headquarters. That 15 kilometers from Hodia, in the village, we went for an awareness campaign of our programs in the Sunpura High School. And in that high school, we interacted with the school teachers. And all the school teachers were telling that we have been highly benefiting from your ecological program. That was simultaneously broadcast to Guwahati All India Radio as well as Dibrugarh All India Radio. And that's a very useful 1 hour learning program. And this we are going to do in a ecological life, and we are going to integrate radio as well as our learning resources also. That's our next phase, and we'll be talking in our vision plan next. So we have a collaboration which mostly with the Open Universities, Netaji Subhash University, Commonwealth Educational Media Center for Asia, IGNO, and Learners Portal is updated regularly. It consists of e-SLM. All the SLMs, e-version is available in the Learners Portal. Previous year question papers, e-mark sheets, latest news, e-admit, forms, live radio, then frequently asked questions with answers. These are all the regular features in the Learners Portal. This is what we are trying to do. Teaching learning, school system has the advantage. We are having 6 schools, so that has given us some advantage of decentralizing our activities. The schools can be empowered to take care of their respective, and with the programs, we are having the system of program coordinator. Within the programs, we are having the system of course coordinators. Though number of faculties are that 45 only, but with the school system and the discipline system, we have been able to operate at this scale to cater to the needs of more than lakh of learners. As because possibly the scale is an advantage in the ODL system compared to face-to-face mode of, right, we are interacting with 30 students and concerned about that particular batch only. But here we have to think about the size and scale. So that we have to do, making use of ICT, making use of the learner support centers located in different parts of the state. So we are trying to develop that ecosystem of all these activities, collaborative activities. That's how we are trying to function. In mentioning about this, faculty and other academic. Other academic, they have given a definition in the NAAC manual. Suppose the controller of examination, Dean academic, they belong to the other academic categories. So we are having a sanction post of 55. 2015-16 also we had a sanction post of 55. 2019-20, that is the last year of the SSR, 55. And we have been able to make some progress here from 34 to 47. 47 out of 55. Right now, we'll have to take care of Dean Academic, some key posts are there, we'll making arrangements, and at the same time, our registrar is writing to Government of Assam, because UGC regulations 2020 states that for offering a UG program, we will have to have minimum of 3 faculty members in that discipline, and for offering UG as well as PG, we will have to have minimum of 5 faculty members. So we will not be able to comply with that because our programs are recognized up to 2023, and then for applying the recognition of the new programs, we will have to meet the faculty requirement.
So you can't that make that alternate arrangement like that appointing as an adjunct professor?
There is a
guest faculty invited this thing.
guest faculty UGC will not, that will not, we have the,
So UGC there is a special scheme
that is,
where that you appoint a qualified person with
Contractual
requisite
arrangements are
thing.
also there.
Contractual
that part I am trying to make it clear. That's what the other university, other state open universities are doing. In fact, NSOU, Netaji Subhash,
Yeah, yeah.
they are having a retired faculty, retired professors as contractual. But here, in case of Assam, there is an embargo by the governor of Assam on all the state universities that you cannot appoint a contractual teacher. And we made special moves highlighting this particular thing to the honorable governor, to the honorable chancellor. The self-registers are visited twice or thrice, made representation, but somehow it has not. But we are again trying to convince the honorable chancellor, and maybe with that NSOU model, because he has got some reservations on the issue, so that's why. So we'll have to sort it out. We have got some time till 2023, and hope we'll be able to sort it out.
Can I interrupt you, sir?
Yes, please.
Do we have a regular librarian,
Yes.
regular,
Yes.
this control of examination?
Yes,
finance
yes,
officer,
yes, yes,
And
yes.
registrar?
Yes.
They are regular?
They are regular. They are
Not full time, not
full
additional
time.
charge?
No.
Control of examination?
Full time.
Librarian,
Mm.
registrar,
Yes.
finance officer?
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Proceed.
So in instructional design, we are having an integration of all the modes, delivery of mechanism. Face-to-face also we do through counseling, but counseling is not teaching as the honorable members know. So we are basically interested in imparting counseling. Self-learning materials, then OER repository, ICT based, I have been reiterating that we will have to make use of this, and blended. This is how we are trying to serve the learners. Sorry. Examination system. We are having 2 components of examination, assignment and term end examination. But 2020 regulations have stated that we will have to make a shift to formative assessment and summative assessment. And we are making arrangements for all these things, and we have made the awareness campaigns, different sensitization camps with the study centers, with the learners also. In the induction program, we have covered all the things. And the learners and the study centers are more or less aware about the new requirements of formative assessment and summative assessment. So in the panel recommended, normally we are having the system of examination committee, and we follow the guidelines mandated by the examination committee. Then grievances are redressed within maximum of 5 working days, and this is a kind of good practice that we have been able to evolve, and we'll be able to show you some reports in the subsequent presentations of the grievance redressal, the feedback surveys that we conduct. Automated learner admission, that is, admission system is fully automatic. Automated. Sorry, online, yeah, fully automated. Fully automated.
Online means the entire exercise of the admission, including the registration, e-submission.
Everything. From the registration to the submission of fee and the issue of enrollment number.
That's great.
That's
And the certificates and everything are on the
everything.
website.
In fact, that was the mandate of 27 regulation.
Yeah.
We'll have to, and then UGC insists that suppose this particular, right now, Today, 16th. Yesterday, enrollment for our MA journalism program ended. So we'll have to submit all the particulars on 30th. After,
Is that the DigiLocker system?
after 15 days, we'll have to submit all the particulars of admission. So no late admission after
Engaged with
15.
the changing times.
And that is closed yesterday, and that has to be shown
Or like that.
like that. So we do not have any kind of scope for late admission or anything like that. Nothing.
Transparency is.
Yeah. Okay. Then whole ticket issue, mark sheet, migration certificate, degree, post-graduate certificates are issued to the successful learners.
Sorry to interrupt
Yeah.
you.
Mm.
So just I want to know, you have mentioned the online examination.
Mm.
In which mode that online examination is going on for all the students?
No, no.
It is
No,
not
no, no.
possible in fact.
No. Right now, last year because of the COVID, the UGC gave special notifications. So to comply with that, at the same time, the students also don't lose their academic